Politics is a very interesting game. And politics is also a very dirty game. Last month, I opined on this platform that the spat between Tony Gachoka and David Murathe over Kemsa scandal was actually an extension of the fight between two individuals, Peter Kenneth and Mutahi Kagwe. The two gentlemen are fighting over the control of the larger Mount Kenya region. Who is going to succeed President Uhuru Kenyatta in the larger Mount Kenya region? And also, for those who've been following this channel very closely, I also opined that Peter Kenneth was actually overtaking the rest in the race to succeed President Uhuru Kenyatta. And I also opined here that two events actually shaped the succession politics in the larger Mount Kenya region. The first event was the firing of Cabinet Secretary Matiangi-Kagwe from cabinet. Matiangi-Kagwe was emerging as a leader who would easily succeed President Uhuru Kenyatta. So the moment he was fired, the president brought on board Cabinet Secretary Mutahi Kagwe. And Mutahi Kagwe is now emerging also as a possible successor to President Uhuru Kenyatta. And also the impeachment of Anne Waiguru. Anne Waiguru at some point was emerging as a strong successor to President Uhuru Kenyatta. In fact, before the fallout between Uhuru Kenyatta and his deputy, it was speculated that Anne Waiguru was easily going to be the deputy president's running mate. And Anne Waiguru then decided to start siding with President Uhuru Kenyatta and the handshake. And she took her rightful seat on the table of the Building Bridges Initiative. And Anne Waiguru's impeachment punctured her moves. So by Anne Waiguru being punctured and Mutahi Kagwe emerging, remember, we had also Peter Munya, who was handed over the agriculture docket. But Peter Munya has failed to live to the expectation. We also had Moses Kuria, who's been swept away. So far, we have only those two gentlemen remaining, Mutahi Kagwe and Peter Kenneth. And for those who follow the politics very keenly, you should have realized that these two gentlemen have actually caused factions within President Uhuru Kenyatta's camp. Mutahi Kagwe was very clear sometimes in Kisii. Listen to him briefly.
Saa 9 hivi ama saa 7 wakati ukimaliza na tour yangu. Leo ndio nitazungumzia hapa kutoka Kisii na kuzungumzia Wakenya. Lakini wakati huu saa hii mimi ningesema ni kwamba ukiona mama, ukiangalia tumbo ya mama, uona ikiendelea kubwa na unaona kweli hiyo sio chakula ameweka katika tumbo, unajua iko nini? Si iko mtoto. Ukiona tumbo iko kubwa, si unajua iko mtoto hapo ndani. Na ni lazima uambiwe ni mtu ati kwa kwamba utazaliwa mtoto. Ni lazima uambiwe. Si wewe mwenyewe macho yako inakuonyesha. Lakini sasa usiposhuka mama, umlinde vyake akiwa hapo, akiwa anahangaika na wewe anahangaika ukiwa hapo. Na wewe unaona dalili ni kitu gani kinakuja. Wewe utakuwa mtu wa namna gani? Utakuwa mtu kule tu. Kwa hivyo elimuraivu unataka ugatu wageni. Nimuranyita. Kuna haja ya kuongeza kitu kingine hapo? Kuna haja ya kuongeza kingine? Basi wale wanataka kusema Mutahi alisema nini, sijui alisema nini. Mimi nimesema tu ukiangalia mama ambaye ana dalili ya kupata mtoto lazima apatikane. Si ndio jameni? Mimi nimesema tu watu kwa kawaida wanapigana, wanagogana, wanatukanana. Nyinyi watu wa Kisii, saa hii sio ya kubehave normally. Mnasikia? If you behave normally, the world will treat you normally.
No, Mutahi Kagwe is allied to the camp which believes that amongst the cabinet secretaries, one of them should be the next president of the Republic of Kenya. And they are fronting Fred Matiangi. So there's a camp which is emerging within President Uhuru Kenyatta's circles, allied to Fred Matiangi. And remember, Fred Matiangi was actually quoted by one of the dailies that is intending to run for the presidency. And that daily newspaper had to retract that particular statement which was attributed to Fred Matiangi. And on this platform, I've also stated clearly that Fred Matiangi is being considered as a possible compromise candidate should Uhuru Kenyatta decide not to run. I mean, should Uhuru and Raila decide that both of them are not going to run. Because there's this talk that Uhuru is going to be the next prime minister. So they might decide that Uhuru is not going to be the prime minister. Raila Odinga is also not going to be on the ballot. So in that case, Fred Matiangi was being viewed as the preferred compromise candidate. So in Uhuru Kenyatta's circles, already there's the camp which is trying to align themselves to Fred Matiangi. And this is the camp where Mutahi Kagwe is aligning himself to. He wants to be the running mate to Fred Matiangi. And if you follow politics very closely, you'll realize that yesterday, Ketu attacked Mutahi Kagwe. That attack had nothing to do with everything. It had only one objective: to highlight the fact that Mutahi Kagwe is aligning himself to Fred Matiangi, and Ketu is allied to the camp of Peter Kenneth. Listen in to Ketu very closely.
Wezi kuwa mwinyi mmekula pesa ya corona na badala utuambie wakora ni akina nani wakuwe prosecuted tuwaone kotini. Wewe mnazurura hii dunia na rafiki yako ya interior mnatuambia hii enzi ya corona ile kitu kubwa mmefanya ni kutambua ya kwamba Matiangi atakuwa president na Kagwe atakuwa deputy president. Na hakuna jinsi tutasema mimi niko nyuma ya rais nikisema rais amesema watu waache siasa. Tufanye kazi kwanza. Lakini baraza lake za mawaziri hao ndio wanafiki namba moja. Wao ndio wa kwanza kufanya siasa hii dunia. Na kama si hivyo watu wafunguliwe uwanja wote, kila mtu atafute kiti ya president ama deputy president ama ya women rep ama chief yule anataka asimame kiti. Lakini haiwezi kuwa ile mtu ameaminiwa usalama ya hii nchi ambaye amepatiwa nafasi ya kutulinda. Tunagojea tuambiwe way forward. Huduma namba ilifanywa, haijafanywa utekelezaji. We have not seen the accountability, and the reason why Kenyans were mobilized to register for huduma number. Now here we are still under the pandemic crisis, the pandemic ya coronavirus. Nchi ijafunguliwa. Badala ya waziri wa interior aambie rais mimi nimetembea mashinani na naona Wakenya wanaumia, fungua nchi tufanye biashara usiku na mchana. Ile kitu kubwa anaweza fanya ni kuzurura akisema yeye anataka kukuwa president. Kila mtu ako na haki na ndoto ya kukuwa rais. It is very good, be ambitious, but president, please, I'm asking you from Laikipia, Mama Waruguru, tafadhali futa watu wenye wako ndani ya baraza lako la mawaziri ambao wako na ambitions za kukuwa governor na wengine kukuwa women rep na wengine kukuwa president. Tafadhali wakuje hii dunia ingine wafanye campaign. Kama wewe unatafuta legacy, ubaki ufanye legacy na watu ambao hawataki ku misuse resources za serikali ambazo wamempatia kujipendekeza kwa raia. Na mimi hiyo ndio haki yangu. Mimi si watangatanga na mimi sipo kwa kieleweke. Mimi niko nyuma ya the government of the day. The government of the day. Na mimi ni wakili ya raia watu wa Laikipia. Na rais, hii misafara ya corona inafanywa kuanzia Nairobi mpaka wapi? Na watu wanakuja kufanya misafara, si sanitizer wanaleta, si chakula wanaleta, si pesa wanatuletea. Forums za corona ati kuenda tini inspection tour wanaanza kusema hata tumeona sijui fulani amefanywa chairman ya cabinet, fulani amefanywa nini. Ati sasa sababu wewe mtu uliwekwa gateman ukapatiwa kiti ya kuwa watchman pale kwa gate ulinde wananchi wa Kenya. Sasa umeona umekaribishwa, umeletwa hapa sitting room. Sasa tena umeona bedroom ya mzee, wewe ndio unataka kwenda kulala. Hata mwenyekiti hajamaliza kazi umeanza kusema wewe unataka kukuwa rais. Hey my friend, kuja polepole. Na tutaambiana ukweli hii Kenya. Mimi si rafiki ya mtu na si adui ya mtu. Naongea ukweli ile inahusu watu wa Laikipia. Ndugu yetu Mwangi Kionjori alifutwa akaambiwa yeye anafanya siasa. Mtu anaitwa Malo anafanya siasa, hakuna mtu anamuuliza. Sasa Matiangi ameanza siasa wakiwa na Kagwe, hata wao tunataka wakula nyumbani, Uhuru abaki na wafanyikazi ambao wana. Lakini hii story ya kuzungukanga ati unakuta honestly Waziri Magoha hapo Nyeri ati ameenda kuona ati kama madarasa zimetosha watoto warudi shule. Kama si pesa umeleta za kujenga hiyo madarasa, na unajua pesa za wabunge zinatoshana aji, na maendeleo ilisimamishwa juu ya corona, harambee zilisimamishwa juu ya corona. Ni nini unakuja kuona? Hata witi walimu, witi wabunge, hautuambii nini? These are busy bodies, and president, these people are lying to you. You need to come back to the people. Wananchi wa Kenya walio kuchagua, hao ndio watu ambao wako na haja na wewe na wako na haja na kazi mashinani.
No, that's Kenneth Waruguru. And Kenneth Waruguru is very clear that Mutahi Kagwe should stop using public resources to campaign for 2022. And Kenneth Waruguru is also indicating that the president had handshake and that they all should support the handshake. Handshake was between two individuals, Raila Odinga and President Uhuru Kenyatta. What I still don't know is how these factions are going to impact on the president's legacy. Whether the president will decide to support Raila Odinga, whether the president is going to decide to support any other camp, or whether this camp will ultimately break away from President Uhuru Kenyatta. Because yesterday, these guys were in Narok. And in Narok, they talked very boldly. And you all remember this guy called Keriako Tobiko attacking the deputy president very boldly for the first time. He was attacking the deputy president in the presence of cabinet secretaries. I don't know how the president would interpret that, because remember, the cabinet secretary, former cabinet secretary for agriculture, Mwangi Kiunjuri, was kicked out of office because he was playing politics. Keriako Tobiko was playing politics. I don't know whether the president will go ahead and fire him. But the camp which is allied to Fred Matiangi has Keriako Tobiko as part of the team. Mutahi Kagwe is in that team, and cabinet secretary for education, Makoha. And that's why Kenneth Waruguru also attacked Makoha in her speech. I don't know what you think, but for me, it is now clear that in Raila Odinga and President Uhuru Kenyatta's side, the handshake, two camps are emerging. The first camp is the one which is allied to Raila Amolo Odinga. And this is the camp which is fronting Peter Kenneth as either Prime Minister or running mate to Raila Amolo Odinga. And this camp consists of David Murathe, Francis Atwoli, and the group, that entire group. On the other side, Matiangi's camp consists of Mutahi Kagwe, who is trying to create a name for himself. Remember, Mutahi Kagwe was actually created by COVID. Mutahi Kagwe took over when COVID had just started taking off. And the cabinet secretary then, Cecil Kariuki, had failed. So Mutahi Kagwe, being a communications expert, started communicating effectively. And Kenyans fell in love with Mutahi Kagwe. But he has been bogged down by this particular scandal at KEMSA. And this scandal, as I think, and this scandal is actually what is going to destroy Mutahi Kagwe. And that's why that camp has decided to drag David Murathe and to drag Peter Kenneth. Remember, they were saying that Murathe is involved. I don't want to exonerate David Murathe. Probably is involved. But they were also dragging the name of Peter Kenneth, and they were not saying how Peter Kenneth was involved. The only thing they were saying was that Peter Kenneth provided the funds, which was used by David Murathe. But it's emerging that David Murathe really, that company, did not supply anything to KEMSA. If they did, they only sold the Jack markets. So let us wait and see how these events are going to unfold before our eyes. But one thing I know for sure is that two camps are likely to emerge. And these two camps are going to emerge because of the interest in Mount Kenya region. Who is going to succeed President Uhuru Kenyatta? Because already so far, Waiguru is out, Kiunjuri is out, Peter Kenneth is out, Moses Kuria is out, all those other guys. So we have only two guys. So let us wait and see how the Building Bridges Initiative campaigns is going to unfold, because it's going to define how Central Kenya politics is going to unfold. It's also going to tell us whether Raila Odinga will be on the ballot or whether Fred Matiangi is the guy who will be on the ballot. But from where I am, if Raila Odinga will not be running, chances of these guys supporting Fred Matiangi as the next president of the Republic of Kenya are so high. So the only thing Fred Matiangi must do, he must try so hard to avoid being involved in these factional politics. Because once he involves himself in those factional politics, then it's going to mean one thing, that a faction will not endorse him. And that would be a big problem for Fred Matiangi. Thank you guys, and I don't know what you think. Let me know your thoughts on this. Thank you, and please may you have a good day. And by the way, don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you are bumping on this video for the first time. And to the subscribers, please continue sharing these videos, because by sharing these videos, you are helping us reach more people. Continue dropping your comments, because by dropping your comments, what you do is simple. By just dropping your comments, we are actually able to interact, to learn, and also don't forget to check out kenyanmatch.com for those who have not. By the way, kenyanmatch.com is really helping people to find spouses. I'm told so many people have actually logged into it since I started reminding you, because it belongs to a friend of mine. Sometimes it's just good to see what friends are doing and whether they can succeed based on that. So please just take your time, check it out, and let me know the feedback. Thank you guys, and please may you have a good day.